Hey, what's up my homies, Lay here. So this video is going to be a deep dive episode, completely different content to what I'm normally making on this channel. And as you can tell by the title, it's going to be Alex Caceres taking on Seung Woo Choi. Now, if I deep dived on Costa and Vittori, would it have done better numbers? You know, would it be more interesting? Yeah, probably. But to be completely honest, guys, that main event is just a really good main event. And if you deep dive into it, that's basically what you find, in my opinion. So yeah, I am going to try to deep dive into more interesting matchups. And we've got back-to-back pay-per-views next week. So yeah, man, if you enjoy this different content, be sure to let me know. Now, it doesn't matter where you start with a fight. When you look into a matchup, and you try to make some reads, it doesn't matter where you start. You can start with fighter A, fighter B. You can start with the striking, start with the grappling. It doesn't matter where you start. Just make a start and then let it flow from there, right? So we're going to start with Alex Caceres. Now, before we look at the tape on Alex, we're going to look at some losses. So as you can see, he entered the UFC, got back-to-back submission losses. A loss to Uriah Faber, which is a submission loss. TKO'd by Francisco. Lost a decision to Yair Rodriguez. And I want to look at that one because Yair Rodriguez is a kicker. Jason Knight submission. Guan Wang decision. And Kron Gracie. So we're going to look at some of these matchups on tape. Try to make some reads. And obviously this isn't the most recent fights for Alex Caceres. You know, Bruce Leroy is on a 4-fight winning streak. However, I want to look at what it looks like when he loses, right? So we're going all the way back to 2011 with this clip. Maybe a little bit unnecessary to go that far back, but this kind of thing happens multiple times with Alex Caceres. I know that clip lagged a little bit, guys, but if you take it back, you see that Bruce Leroy, he throws a crazy kick and the opponent is able to then establish the grappling position. So that's one thing that I want to note down already with Alex Caceres. And I know it's 2011, we've gone back a while, but we're checking. We're checking to see, is he improving? Is this weakness in his game improving? And what we've seen with that first clip, Alex Caceres throws a crazy kick and he ends up in a grappling position. So it's not like the opponent has come for Alex looking to grapple. He just kind of found himself getting grappled because he was reckless with that kick. So the takedown does come. And to be honest, man, there wasn't much technique with this takedown. It kind of looked like pure power, brute strength, right? And I say it again, you know, it's going back to 2011, but it's still something to note down and to check as we go along. Alex Caceres doesn't seem to be the strongest physically. Now this matchup is against, as you guys can see, Uriah Faber, and it was in 2014. So we're 3 years past the clip we just started with, and at this point, Alex Caceres has won a few fights. You know, he's racked off a few wins. But as we can see with this clip, it's a different kind of takedown that's coming. You know, we just looked at Caceres getting reckless and finding himself in that grappling position. This time it comes by the kick. Alex is a great kicker. He loves to kick. But as you can see, the takedown does come off of this. So that's another thing that I'm going to note down here. You know, we're getting taken down by being reckless and we're getting taken down by the kicks being caught. Now the takedown does come again. We spoke earlier about the takedown coming based off of pure strength and power. This time it's all technique. Take a look at what Uriah Faber does with his left leg. You know, this is all technique. This is high level. But still, Caceres being taken to the mat. Alright, one thing I want to quickly note to you guys that I haven't noted yet. Take a look at Alex and his hands. Where is his hands? They're down by his waist. Hands are down, hands are low. No bueno. Alright, this is against Francisco, a TKO loss. Like we mentioned with the Uriah Faber fight, hands are down, hands are low, no bueno, and this time Alex Caceres pays the price. You know, it's not the worst thing ever fighting with your hands low, because it is more difficult to see the punches coming when you have your hands down. But if you're not great at timing, if you're not great at slipping the punches coming your way, you know, you can pay the price for it, and we see that here. Man, styles make fights, and as you can see with these two guys, the hands are both low. Both of these guys like to flow, you know, got that Bruce Lee style. Both kickers. You know, I don't even have to say what's happening. You guys can see on screen exactly the mistake that's being made again from Alex Caceres. The hands are low. And as you can see, Yair Rodriguez is about to catch him coming in. You can see Alex Caceres smiling, you know, almost as if to say, hey, good job. You caught me with that punch. Good job. And that's kind of what you do in sparring, you know. You want to make it fun. Be playful like that. But in a real fight, you know, you're going to be smiling like that at the best case scenario. Because we know what it looks like if you pay the price, right? I just want to show this clip purely because if you remember earlier, guys, we spoke about Alex Caceres getting reckless, which could lead to him being grappled. You know, Caceres is like a crazy guy when it comes to spinning, being unorthodox, you know. He's trying to get a flashy KO. He has a fun style, a fan-friendly style. But again, you can see here when he's trying to find that Bruce Lee crazy KO. Again, he's leaving himself exposed to potential takedowns or the strikes. You know, so a potential takedown could come from this spin. This bit of tape is against Jason Knight, and it's the same thing, guys. You know, the backhand is down. And if you go back to the earlier clip against Francisco when he got TKO'd, I think you're going to find the same thing. You know, that backhand is down, and he's coming in, and he gets caught. Like we mentioned earlier, guys, the kick being caught is a potential way to take down Bruce Leroy. Caceres fires out a nice combination here, 1-2 low kick, but as you can see, Jason Knight reaches down to catch the kick and he's already returning that backhand. Caceres does raise the hands to try get the guard up, but the backhand goes right through the middle of the guard, again showing us that Alex Caceres can be hit on the way in. You know, look at the difference in the lead hand of Caceres and look at the lead hand of Guan. You know, Guan's jab looks snappy. It looks like it's coming from a technically better position. Whereas Caceres, again, you know, it's down. And that's why he gets dropped here. Technically, Guan is showing us, look, I'm going to snap the jab from up here. And that's the difference. So let's speak a little bit now about Seung Woo Choi. Now I know we've looked at a lot of tape with Caceres on ways to take him down. You know, ways to take him down like we've highlighted. You can catch the kick, you can take him down when he gets reckless, and you can take him down if you're the physically stronger guy. But Seung Woo Choi isn't a wrestler, he's not a grappler, he's a Muay Thai fighter, he's a striker. So the chances of Choi looking to take down Caceres, the chances are going to be low, but it is still a potential avenue for Choi to utilise if the striking is close. But looking at this picture, guys, spot the difference. You know, what can we see here from Choi that's different to Alex Caceres? The hands are high. It's a traditional Muay Thai style. You've got your guard up. Alright, check this 2-3. This 2-3 comes quicker than you like. Check this out. The 2-3, guys, that's the backhand coming, and then we're going to go lead hook. Look how quick that was, man. Instead of going 2-3, this time Choi is going 1-2, so he's mixing up the attacks too. And if you guys notice with this picture, he's using the 1 as a measuring stick. He's not trying to connect with the 1. He's not trying to connect with the jab. He's using the jab to find the range for the KO punch. Now the 2 doesn't land, but you can see technically, you know, he's putting it out there nicely. It doesn't land, but you can still see Zalal kinda finds himself back at the fence. This is a technically nice 1-2. Measuring the range with the 1, trying to find the target with the KO punch. Now I mentioned earlier guys that Seung Woo Choi is a Muay Thai striker, so the chances of him looking to take down Caceres, it's gonna be low. But if you look here against Youssef Zalal, you know this is mixed martial arts. We're gonna mix it up. This takedown is good work. You know, he's established that position. Now from here, what Choi is basically looking to do, he's already created that space. If you can see, there's space to his right. All Choi is looking to do here is basically look over his right foot. He's looking down and over his right foot. And that's basically the position you're going to take the opponent. Check it out. It's good technical work. And it's also physically strong. It's physically strong too. Now this was Seung Woo Choi's last fight against Julian Erosa. Erosa kinda has a fan-friendly style too. You know, he's got a fun style. I'm gonna ask you guys, but I know you already know the answer. What does Erosa and Caceres have in common? Take a look at the picture. You already know the answer. And if you don't know the answer, I'm gonna repeat it, but we know what the answer is. The hands. The hands are low on Julian Erosa. Juicy J, Julian Erosa, he's about to use that fan-friendly style with this kick. But you already know what's coming. As Erosa comes in with the kick, reckless, Choi punishes him. It's the backhand. I mean, look at it with Julian, man. The backhand is down and he pays the price. We see it with Caceres. You know, it's the same thing. Alright my homies, that's my deep dive breakdown on Alex Caceres and Seung Woo Choi. Like I mentioned at the start of this video, Caceres is in the best point of his career. He's won 4 fights in a row. You know, he's putting together some of the best work that he's ever put together. But what I wanted to show you with this video is, if Caceres makes some of the mistakes that he has made many times in his UFC career, we may see Seung Woo Choi continue to win. Alright guys, peace.